Sorry.
Good evening. My question is about the decision of Vivo to focus on the selfie. Do you have, is the decision supported by any statistic that more people are doing selfies than camera man shots?
Hello. Hi. I would say it is supported by something in form of selfie cameras here in the Philippines. If you've noticed, very recently, the Philippines has been deemed as the selfie capital of the world, which is very, it's a good sign that Filipinos are very good at selfies. So we are big fans of selfies. In this light, Vivo has actually seen the need for a perfect selfie camera. So we actually give you guys the 20 megapixel camera, the first one ever. Thank you.
I want to ask you how come you were able to come up with an amazing price for your very good and very modern attachment.
Thank you for that question. So for the pricing, we always listen to the Filipino consumers. So we always do research, studies, and we want to offer the best for Filipino consumers. And especially now that it's Christmas season, that's why we price it like that.
Good evening, I'm Sigrid from Bacolod. We just want to know when will this be available in the market, and when will will you be having a tie-up with telcos for paid subscriptions?
So the VIX, and for your second question, so our focus, Vivo Philippines is focusing on, has always been focusing on our Filipino consumers. So whatever the needs and wants of our consumers, so we are open to more and more partnerships. As of now, not yet.
Any questions from our media friends? Yes, hello. Good evening. Salamat po sa invitation. Vivo has always been very friendly with the media. So personally, I'm very thankful for that. You have Stephen Curry, one of the best players in the NBA today. What did it take you to get him and as brand ambassador? And what was the part of Vivo Philippines in getting Stephen Curry? Would you like to mention how much was involved in getting these services to promote Vivo? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have chosen Steph Curry because he's aligned with the core values of our brand. So our brand is young, fun. He's aligned with who Vivo is. So energy, professionalism, and pleasure. That's why we have chosen Steph Curry. And our brand is a premium smartphone brand. And so we only choose the best.
Wow, yes.
Ma'am, over here. I'm John Buena from Kumakaw.com. What was also the reason behind choosing McCoy and Miss Inciso for your local presence?
Similar to Steph Curry, we study the local market as well. And then we saw that McCoy and Vernice are both the millennials, who millennials love and follow. So that's the reason why we have chosen them. They are young, they are fun, and also very energetic.
The phones that you have, what colors do they actually come in? Is it just going to be the soul one? It was like metallic gold?
So right now, what we will offer first is the rose gold color. But soon we will offer also the champagne gold color.
Okay, and what are like the services that come with these units? Or do they have like a warranty period?
Yeah, of course. We have okay.
Hello? Yeah, we do have a 1-year warranty, parts and service. So anything happen to the phone, as long as it's not physically damaged or wet unit, we still cater, and it is free of charge.
Okay, but if the phone actually gets damaged by other things, like as you said, water, because that's like very common, what's gonna happen with, you know?
Okay, if the units had been damaged by drop unit, damaged LCDs, we still cater services for them. We just need to bring it to the service center, and we will take a look at it, then we will get an estimate.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Here, that's all. Seeker, I have a question. I noticed kasi I've been using the Victimax since May, and I'm very comfortable using my fingerprint scanner security system from the back.
Thank you.
Now you move it here.
Yes.
Bakit nyo binalik sa... Well, you know, everybody already has that kind of feature na dito nilalagay yung fingerprint scanner.
Okay, I think my colleague here wants to answer your question.
Go ahead.
Alright. Sir, the designs are basically for based on research and development. So when we communicate with our factory, when we communicate with our R&D people, when they decided to put the fingerprint sensor in front, this is because of our focus group discussions, this is based on surveys, this is based on customer feedbacks. So everything that is put into the new model is actually a product of a long study of our research and development team.
This is local study or...
This is international study, sir, from our HQ.
The fingerprint scanner that the V3 Max has is the same as the...
This one, sir, the V5 is actually faster. So this is the V5 is 0.2 seconds. You can already unlock.
Going back to the selfie, how many selfie phones do you have?
Selfie phones do you have?
Vivo.
Sir, to answer your question, my colleague here and also our brand director has given me the story behind it. So, Vivo phones actually started to have the selfies when we actually released the first one to have the OIS technology, which is the X-Shot. The X-Shot is a phone that is actually, it's the first one to have optical image stabilization. So when you actually take photos of something or yourselves, it will not be blurry if you happen to be walking or running. So from there, it developed into the other phones, like for example the Y55, and then the V3 Max, and then of course the latest one is the V5 and the V5 Plus. So practically we probably have around like that are released than that. But of course, according to our history, there's more than that.
Now, for my real question is that, kasi 20 megapixels yung front camera, right? Di ba parang disadvantage yung ibang selfie cameras because putting up so much premium on this, the new one, with a 20 megapixel upgrade?
Sorry sir, can you repeat the question?
So my question is that, kasi ang dami yung selfie phone, tapos 20 megapixels yung bagong...
Yes, bagong labas.
Yes. Di ba parang ma-disadvantage yung iba?
Hindi naman po, sir. The good thing about our product lineups, the roadmaps, is that we make sure that the models are released are actually according to our timelines. So with the current products being released, of course, we give proper timelines in order to be released so that it will not affect the previous.
Coming out, bababa presyo ng V3 Max.
That will be for.
One last question.
For the V3 Max, we already had a price adjustment recently, and that's because it's Christmas season, and we want to offer that to our Filipino consumers. So that's the reason for that. So right now, our focus is already on the V5 and V5 Plus. So for now, that's what we will focus on.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Hi, good evening, Rafi at Tech Control. Aside from the fingerprint scanner used to unlock your phone, what other features can it do with the smartphone?
So embedded in the fingerprint scanner is that in our FunTouch OS, which is our proprietary operating system in partner with the Android Marshmallow, we have actually included a feature in our security system wherein you can actually use the fingerprint scanner to encrypt every application that you use in your phone. Which means if you open your Facebook, you need to have a password and you can use your fingerprint to unlock it.
Since this is a software feature, does it mean that all other Vivo phones that has fingerprint scanner will have the same experience?
Probably in the future, yes. And I do believe that our research and development team is actually developing all sorts of things for our products.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, one more question. Well, I was just reading an article in the internet a while ago, and it was about Vivo and Oppo overcoming Apple in China and in other markets. So what's the secret?
Releases will have a very stable and smooth efficiency when it comes to the performance of the phone. So I hope that answers your question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
We can take maybe last 2 or 3 questions from the media.
One follow-up question from me. The V5 and V5 Plus are mid-range devices. Are we expecting a flagship device before the year ends?
Okay, so for it's already Christmas season, and the focus now is on perfect selfie because, as we all know, the Philippines is the #1 capital for selfies. So the focus now really is V5 and V5 Plus.
Hi, hello. I'm RJ Ramirez from geekstamatic.com. I'd like to ask, why focusing on the front camera and aiming for the world's first 20MP front camera?
Sorry, sir. Apologies. Can you repeat again your question?
Why Vivo aimed for, or why did they reach for the world's first 20MP camera for the V5? Why not focusing on other specs of the phone? So I want to know what's the reason.
All right. So, like probably what we are all saying here in front, we are always focusing on the perfect selfie slogan, right? So this is the focus now. Once we actually, when we studied the market, when this was conducted several months ago to ensure that the product will actually fit the market, we realized how valuable the selfie has become to the Filipino consumers. Now that it's confirmed that we are actually we are a big fan of selfies. It's like a main requirement for all customers to take a selfie. And when they go to a store, to a retail store, the first question that they will ask is what is the capacity of the camera to all frontliners and sellers. So with this behavior of the consumers, we actually focused on the perfect selfie, which is the 20 megapixel front camera. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Here, please. Yeah, Ted Claudio, boss.ph. First, congratulations for raising the bar again for the selfie 20 megapixels feature. One feature that really got me interested is the front soft light. So, in the photography parlance, we have this saying that the larger the light source, the softer the light. So how did you achieve that soft light with such a very small, is it an LED light?
With regards to the technicalities of that, the soft light embedded in the V5 complements the 20 megapixel camera. Because of our the lens, the 20 megapixel lens, it has a 2.0 aperture, which means the light can already come inside the lens, even though it's a small one. But with the soft light, it will actually complement and make beautiful pictures.
Actually, we tested it in the dark booth, and I was quite really impressed. Congratulations.
Okay, my name is Azrael from Azrael's Maryland Vlog. Question about the camera. Are there any like a manual setting and also an image processing technology being used for V5?
Yes, sir. If you would actually go to V5, and let me open up V5. If you open up the camera of the V5 and you actually go to the camera itself, there's a setting. You can find different types of settings that you can actually enjoy. One of the things that we enjoy here, especially for this part, is the professional mode. It's like an SLR, right? So you can actually manually adjust your settings like a SLR camera, and you will be able to enjoy those perfect moments. Thank you.
Do you see any possibility in the future that you will be developing sophisticated selfie stick? Selfie stick, in which there will be buttons and etc.
Okay. So for Vivo, our focus really on the smartphones. So now we're focusing on not only music but the camera. That's why our slogan is camera and music, and we're focusing on the perfect selfie. So our focus is only on smartphone because we want to give the best, to be the best for smartphone.
Good evening po, I'm Irene Lai from CDO Vloggers. Vivo is a young brand here in the Philippines. So aside from encouraging consumers for perfect selfie, how would you embark your marketing strategy to compete with already established brands?